But ultimately, if you want to get to it, we're doing it to ourselves through our loss of self. That's the real problem. That's the whole problem. And how do you get this information out to people is the hard part. How do you actually get the message out to people without them being stuck in the group think that they're in? Organizations such as Antifa, which is a horribly fascist organization, which is apparently against fascism. And yet, if you disagree with them, they will absolutely attack you and slam you down, which is an incredibly fascist thing to do. So, people don't realize how easily they are being led. And that's the problem. I mean, doing shows like this and just discussing it, hoping people are prepared to see a different perspective and just sort of offer it for humble consideration. So that's what we need to do.
Yeah,
So shows like this are.
a few years ago, I wrote a book called "To Believe or Not to Believe: The Social and Neurological Consequences of Belief Systems." And in that book, I started interviewing people like Bruce Lipton, Andrew Newberg, neuroscientists, and I started realizing real quickly that whatever it is you hold in your mind to believe eventually goes in this pile of rubbish called truth. And your whole world at that point, if you're ego based, is about confirmation bias. You just set out into the world to prove yourself right at any cost. You don't even care about the truth at a certain point. And that's the problem I have with so many people, even in close associates and friends. I can see if I tell them something that is in conflict with a previously held belief, I've tested this. I'll tell them a little body of information, come back in a couple of weeks and bring it up again and realize that their mind could not hang on to that information. Some of them totally forgot about the conversation. And the ones that remembered had distorted it, warped it, and sort of fit it into their little compartments so it would not be too much of a conflict. The cognitive dissonance, I don't think people realize that their minds cannot hold two opposing beliefs. And for me, my world started opening up when I started dismantling my beliefs, completely dismantling. Whether they're true or false, I didn't even care, you know?